the first 4 turns. It's like pyroblasting them. Like I don't know. I've been making a lot of crappy even in odd decks that no one plays, like odd shaman, odd priest, odd druid. But odd druid got decent because of nourish and hadronox and taunt, so it just became not another flavor. And you're like, but like playing even rogue like 6 months ago, or like even 7 or 8 months ago, when it was crap, and making it work, that felt good. That's what I love about this deck. I think after this game, I'll show um, the HS replay apps, um, win rate last time I played with the deck, and this deck list. I'll even leave it in the description if I can, and just to show that it's actually if you play well with these types of decks, if you can make it work by playing intelligently, surprising your opponent like this, I don't think this deck will ever be good in like actual tournaments. But if you like playing decks that are crappy, just to sort of like, it's way more fun playing crappy decks and winning with them. And because no one expects them to be good, everyone's like, oh, Even Hunter, that deck's like garbage, right? Like, you have so much little tempo, but it's only really turn 1, and the Snow Penguin can circumvent it if you're going second, because you can coin it out with Razor Maw, and it's enough tempo on turn 2. Like, look right here. Does this look like a deck that has absolutely no tempo and no chance to win? Like, I hero power twice already, and he's on 18 health on turn 3, going second for me. So I think this deck has something. Maybe if more even cards come out next expansion. I think actually no. The issue is I think isn't some of the core cards of this deck, like Razor Maw is from Ungoro. That card's going away. Rexar's going away. Lich King's going away. But those are like the top end. If we have decent enough new top end, I think we can make it still work. Like the Even Hunter main card of Baku and Gen, like those cards are still staying. I'm gonna actually check. So after this game, we check the deck list, and we check. Actually, Moto Master's D on turn 6 is actually kind of crap. Like I limit myself back mana, and I. Okay, so he's on turn 6, and he's playing Token Druid, so it's not worth life drinkering for killing for him getting an extra 1/5 taunt. Scared. Like if he doesn't have it, I think I just win. But if he does have it, which he most likely does, I think I can Spellbreaker one, kill another, and I don't know. Is it worth it hero powering him? Okay, Serenite Chain Gang is good. So we might have Starfall. I'm not sure. Is it worth maybe hero powering is better? Like I don't have to play it now, but if I do get a mech or like Venomizer even, the taunts don't matter. And he does have armor gain. Ferocious Howl, the second branching paths. But I still think it's worth just hero powering. I think that's the 5th hero power, or 4th. So that's 8 damage just from the hero power alone on turn 6. So he would have been on 21 otherwise, and most hunters wouldn't play their hero powers, except maybe just once. So, okay, that was just he could have traded into another one. Well, I guess I get punished for that decision. But so the only thing that saves him here. Oh man, did I misplay? No. Spellbreaker got rid of that. What else did I do? Spellbreaker hero power. Yeah, there was no lethal there. Imagine if I get Venomizer next turn. Like, I can just win, even if he Spreading Plagues. Like, he'll be on 4, and then back to 3, and all his taunts are gonna die. But that's only if I get it. Otherwise, I think he probably will try to play for the board and not for gain armor. Oh no, he's just dead. Even with that, I think he's just dead. He can clear out 2 of my minions, and I will have 9, 11. Yeah, it's lethal. Yeah, I didn't even have to play these 2 cards. That was like an extra 4 damage. So let's check, like, let's check real quick. Actually, what's this guy? The Even Hunter we're just playing. So we put that in the... Here we go, deck manager. And we check. 66 games. A very similar Even Hunter. There's no Mossy Horror, less Expoliators, 1 less Goblin Prank. But some of the new cards, I think that actually might improve the deck. And yeah, it's 55%. This other one is 58%. This one is 50%, and this one's like the crappiest version. We can check just Hunter. There's a few. This is 50% win rate, 50% win rate. Just 2 games though. Yeah, this one has Hemet, but these were all works in progress. Okay, no, this is just normal Hunter. So this one's 50%. So over like if we combine all these for the general archetype, I think the win rates is like 5 games extra. There's like 6 games. 5 and 6, 11. 11 games out of like 120. That's like a ratio of, so out of like 130 games, I had 10 more wins than losses. So I had like a 70 to 60, and I think 70 to 60, if we make it smaller, I think it's like a 55% win rate, it's 54. And most of these games, I think if we sort them or like check the stats, most of them were on like rank, between rank 1 to rank 5, and the lowest end is like rank 9 to rank 5. Most of them were like in the higher ranks, mid ranks, like higher than rank 10 at least. It never got me to legend. I think more like I had to play meta decks because they perform better in general. But maybe it's just because I'm underselling this deck's strength. So we can look at the stats here. Shaman, either even or Shudderwalk. It was good against Hunter and Mage. But Mage was usually not the defensive variant. It was when Tempo Mage was still good and the best deck for mages. So for some reason, it's decent against aggressive decks, even though it's pretty low tempo in the early game. But either because it can deal a lot of damage unexpectedly, and most aggressive decks like Tempo Mage, like it does really well against Tempo Mage, but I guess Tempo Mage sucks after the Mana Worm nerf. And it does well against Death Rattle Hunter, because it can just deal so much damage in the early game, and Hunter doesn't really have ways to heal. It does well against Rogue too. This is just one of the... I think this is the best sample size. 66 games. Isn't a lot, but... Let's check quick. Right here. Record in rank. There's all. I think in ranked it's slightly lower. It had 55 to 9 with Warlock. The best win rate was against mages, like by a high margin. ETH, Odd Rogue, even Shamans, I think, rather than Shudderwalks. Hunters, it was okay against Priests. It was really bad against Evenlock for some reason. I guess Evenlock just had enough board clears and played those big minions and the old Druid. I think it does even better against Druid. Like that last Druid I played against was Token, so it does well against Token, but it does bad against Combo. But after the nerfs, I think it actually does better. And yeah, it does badly against Warrior, but it can just beat Warrior off Deathstalker. And since the new expansion is coming out in like 3 or 4 months, probably somewhere in March or April, this deck is going to be in the meta for a while, and it might be a sleeper hit. No one expects. Even Paladin is slower than Odd Paladin, so it might perform better against that. Let's check the other one. This one. For more general stats. Yeah, really well against Hunter. Really well against Rogue. Kind of mediocre against Warlock. Can beat Warrior. Does okay against Shaman. Does okay against... Does poorly against Paladin. Does really well against Mage. So it does well against aggressive classes, or classes that can't heal too much. And even the classes that can heal, unless they're playing combo, you can still beat them, like Warrior and Mages, and maybe certain Druids. Like, your deck kind of sucks if they steal it, with Mill Druid, and all Druids kind of mediocre now anyway. So I think right now in the deck they're playing some more, like, control decks. So maybe the deck doesn't do well right now. But I think if the meta shifts just enough, it can carve a good enough niche against other aggressive decks. It's like the aggro beater, the anti-aggro deck that beats other aggressive decks, or like slower decks that don't have healing. Maybe there's better decks than it. It does have a decent win rate overall. I think it has like a, considering the 4 decks we have, that's like a 53-54% win rate. That's not bad. Like, we can check Chrome. Yeah, Hunter's average win rate as a class is 53.4. There is no such thing as even Hunter here. Odd Hunter, Big Secret Hunters, Recruit, Midrange, Secret, Death Rattle, others. Yeah, I don't know what's this. Is it? How is this other? Or just another Spell Hunter? Are these all Spell Hunters? Are there minions that I'm missing? Yeah, just Spell Hunter. Why is this labeled other? Like, I guess Rocklothar isn't there, so it doesn't count it. Well, either way, like, the highest win rate Hunter decks, usually a small sample size, so that's inaccurate. So let's check just Hunter in general, and check largest sample size. The largest sample size is like 60%, and this deck actually beats these decks. So, assuming this deck is like 54-55% win rate, it actually is one of the, it's actually a decent Hunter deck. Its win rate isn't terrible, and it's unexpected, so people might not play good against it. Or like, if you're a good player, you can actually make some adjustments, and maybe it'll actually be decent. I'll keep playing this deck for a while. I'll see if I can get to Legend, and if I can't, I might play another deck.